All right, Tam. So this week, I was thinking about something, how important it is for us to know we still have to cultivate our lives
Hmm.
separate from cultivating our content. We need to know the difference. Because sometimes we could be so focused on the content, we don't really realize what's happening in our everyday life, right? Like the quality of our lives because we're so busy getting that content out. It's all good to get the content out, but don't neglect the quality of your life.
Hmm.
Life is not always content.
Okay, that's a really interesting take on things too. I think like for me, like this is pretty much my content, the only content I do. You know me, I barely check my email, I
Yeah.
barely go on anything. So it's just so interesting hearing that point of view for people who are more content rich in their lives and making it become what they're trying to be. So that's a really interesting way to look at it. So focus on what you're actually doing in your life versus just creating content. Is that
Yeah.
kind of what you're saying?
Yeah. Because creating content is great, but don't forget to cultivate your life
Hmm.
from
Okay,
it.
gotcha.
Sometimes I get it, there's an intersection,
Hmm.
but the quality of your life really matters.
Yeah.
So put focus on that as well. Yeah, that was just a thought I had.
Yeah, no, I love that. And you know what? I wonder if, because I see this quite a lot, right? When I talk to young people at work, they're so focused on what other people are creating and feeling like they're missing a sense of something within themselves or within their lives. So I think I can see also focus on creating your life and cultivating your life and not worrying so much about someone else's content.
Oh, that's good. Yes. Yes.
Right?
That's where that individuality piece comes in. Yeah.
Mhm.
That's good.
Yeah.
You know what this is. This is Therapist Talk. I'm Kim.
Tamiko.
All right. So today we're going to go into part two of knowing yourself. The first thing we're going to do, like we did the last time, is glows, grows, and win. So for me, I'll start with my grow for this, my win for this week. So my win for this week, basically, I had the opportunity to be assertive. I had the opportunity to ask for what I want and to not just give up if I didn't get exactly what I wanted. I negotiated. And it was all business. It was for business endeavor. I practiced my negotiating skills. I practiced my effective communication skills. I practiced really being clear about what I wanted as the end result and not allowing anybody to divert me from this can be done. I
Mm.
know this can be done, and we're gonna get this done. And I got it. I got
Okay.
it done. So that was my win. I was
Yeah.
personally proud of myself for that.
Mhm.
My grow is I'm working on organization,
Mhm.
and my glow is it was my glow, my joy moment this week. It was my books. I was able to get some more reading time in,
Mhm.
and that makes me very happy because the things I'm reading about how to turn my business into a virtual reality world. Yes, I am. Okay.
Okay.
Next level. Okay.
Okay.
That's exactly what I'm reading about. What I need to know
Okay.
to turn Unravel consultation and coaching services into virtual reality. What's yours?
Mhm. I love that. Number one, I love all that you're working on. That's incredible. And I love the name. The
Thank you.
Unravel, love the name. Okay? Because it you just see it and how you can help people unravel different areas in their lives. Love that, babe. Okay. All right. So win for me was helping someone to realize they're ready for the next step in terms of career growth. Opportunity came up for someone who I've been training for quite a while to pretty much come to my position. So just helping them over the last while to get ready for it and then helping them to work through their fears when the opportunity actually came up And yeah, now they're ready and it's actually going to happen. So I'm so proud of them. And I felt like that was a big win because we spent a lot of time getting them ready for that. In terms of grow, very similar to yours, I have this office space that we painted the other day. We painted this beautiful purple behind me. We moved everything in and kind of like away from the wall so we could do the painting. So now I just want to make it like into this really zen space. So working on that. And then in terms of the glow, something that brought me joy, there were so many moments this week where it was like more noticeable to
Mhm.
me, just like little joyous moments with my partner. Yeah, I was just like so happy throughout the week. There were moments where I was just like, I'm so proud of what we've built together, the life that we have together, the love that we have together, the home that we created together. So I had a lot of joy expressing that to my partner and hearing it back too. So that's my joy.
Beautiful.
Thanks.
Yeah. Well, let's get into part two, Tam.
All right. I like this little glow effect.
Silhouette. Yes, there
I
you
like that.
you see her silhouette. Okay. I wanted to add though, for anger, right? Part for this is part two, but for anger, racism makes me very angry. The fact that people are hated on for simply being is something that I absolutely abhor. I hate it. And in life, one of the things that we really want you all to understand, sometimes in life, there are things that you just have to hate. There's a healthy hate. And that is one of them. Racism is a healthy hate. There's no room for tolerating something like that. God created all of us to be here on this earth for our individual purposes and reason. Whatever your skin color, whatever your race, whatever your creed, this is your home, okay, until it's not. And I hate it. I hate racism and it makes me angry.
That
Yeah.
makes a lot of sense. And to add to that too, like I find living in Canada, a lot of times racism isn't as overt. It's more this covert system, even in terms of like systematic racism. But when I talk to people at work, what's so frustrating is because it's so covert most of the time, you feel like you're crazy. Or you have these people explaining to you why it's not racist or there's not racism in their policies when it's so obvious to people of color, but not obvious to them, but they're the ones making the policy. So there's also this underlying thing about racism that is anger causing too. It's the frustration of trying to be heard
Mhm.
about the practices being racist.
That part.
Mhm.
That part. Thank you for sharing. So let's go into books we love. So, Cam, you want to start?
Oh, yeah, for sure. A book that I keep coming back to is The Alchemist. I've read it so many times since I was about, I think age 14 was the first time I read it. But it meant something in my teen years that it didn't mean in my 20s, that it didn't mean in my 30s, that it didn't mean in my 40s. Every time I read it, a couple times, like every couple years that I read it. And there's just something so beautiful about the simplicity of it. And it's about going back to realize you had the thing in you that you needed. But sometimes you have to go on this epic journey to learn that you already had it inside of you. So there's something beautiful about the full journey. It reminds me of life. It reminds me of love. It reminds me of grief that I love about The Alchemist. The next one is End of the Alphabet.
Mm.
It's such a ridiculously small book, like physically, but the story is so huge. The End
Okay.
of the Alphabet, it's about love, it's about grief, and once again, it's about finding yourself. And then the third one is The Giant's House. The Giant's House.
Giant's House.
Yeah,
Okay.
once again, I like all three books. Very simple, but they do mean different things throughout your life. So with The Giant's House, it's a love story, but it's almost like a fairy tale love story. It is so beautifully written. And you go on this journey, and it's about you already had it in you.
Ooh, love
Yeah.
it. Love
What
it.
about you, my dear?
And my books that I absolutely love are This is a copy of Iana Vincent's book, Don't Don't
Yep.
Give. It's a really great book for teenagers, really, like 13 and up. But I, believe it or not, I read this book in my 20s and it helped me tremendously. So this is a book that I really recommend to young girls and older girls everywhere. Another book that I absolutely love is a book called Abba. It is actually from my pastor, Dr. Matthew Lewis Stevenson III. And it's a book that helped me so much to understand God as Father, because God has so many roles, but knowing him as your dad, knowing him as your father, your protector, somebody who is there, who only wants the best for you, even if sometimes that means disciplining you, right? But it's still through love. This book here is tremendous. So I highly recommend that. Book is one that I've read in my 20s, actually. This is by Mike Murdoch, called The Uncommon Leader. Great principles for understanding what a exceptional leader does. A really, really great guide. He writes some really good books. They're not, the font is really big, which is huge for me because of my eyes. And another one is The 40-Day Soul Fast. This is by Dr. Cindy Trim. If you know, you know, she's amazing. And it's a great book to understand exactly what Tamika was just saying. It's from within. It's from within. All the changes that we need to make, the first change that we need to make starts with knowing ourselves and knowing what's going on. So this book is tremendously helpful in that. And my book, Winning Conversations, I read my book several times because the principles in this book helped me in my life so much. And I know it's going to help you. I'm not asking. I know it is going to help you. So this book here, Winning Conversations, must have conversations with friends, families, and fellow humans. Excellent book. Those are my love books. Get into some food, right? Because all of it matters. The angry, the sad, the nervous, the annoying, all of it. The happy, the books. And you know what else matters? The food. So Tam, what's your third?
Okay, favorite dessert, because yes, this is a very one of my favorite topics. So I am mostly plant-based, but I'm telling you, I can't fully be vegan because of chocolate. I adore chocolate. Give me a table of sweets, like everything under the sun, and one chocolate donut, and I'm going for that one chocolate donut and leaving the rest. So my favorite dessert is a chocolate lava cake or chocolate molten cake. And basically, it looks like a chocolate cake on the outside, but then you cut it, and it's like a melted chocolate on the inside that comes out. Usually with a raspberry coulis. It is beautiful.
That sounds,
Beautiful. Yeah, that's fine. So what's yours?
you know, you're a chocolate person, but
Mhm.
that sounds delicious. Mine is a bread pudding, but not just any kind of bread pudding, like a warm butter bread pudding with, and I think I had warm butter something or another with you, Tam, when I came to visit you in Toronto.
Yeah.
We went to this restaurant
Hmm.
and I had this warm butter tart thingy, but
Yeah.
a bread pudding, a warm butter bread pudding with like bourbon Bailey's cream
Mm.
with some raisins in that and banana pudding. Love
Okay.
vanilla wafers. Love,
Okay.
love, love, love. The next thing that's really good to know about ourselves is, let's do movies, Sam. Movies.
Okay.
So my favorite movie is Boomerang. The night Eddie Murphy. And yes, like there's just something about that movie that, first of all, it brings me joy. Second of all, I love how they told the story of love and
Mm.
how love can evolve and how love sets boundaries, especially the part with Halle Berry. Don't that part.
No shit about you.
Man, that's my part. But when it comes to movies, Oh my God, I cannot get enough of 90s Boomerang.
Mhm.
Another one that I love is Instant Family. It's pretty recent, but Instant Family is about this couple who does flipping. They rebuild homes and things, and they decided they were going to adopt, and did their lives change? Their lives
Mhm.
change, but it takes you through their journey of what it means to love unconditionally and what it means to tell the truth even if it hurts, and
Mhm.
hear the truth, grow from the truth. Oh my God, that's another one of my absolute. It talks about family. Get
Okay.
messy. It's okay to get messy with your family,
Mhm.
as long as it's real, raw, honest emotions, and the goal is healing. Those are
Mhm.
my two favorite movies.
Okay.
Oh wait, one more.
Yeah,
The Long Good Night, because I love some action. The Long Kiss
that's a good one.
is action with Gina Davis and Samuel L. Jackson. I don't know. That movie's so underrated, but I don't care.
That's a good one.
Love it. Charlie Baltimore. I love The Long Kiss Goodnight. So those are my three favorites.
Okay, so really quick before I do mine. So with the boomerang, you've been saying that for 4 billion years. Even when we were so young, I'm like, what in the heck? But I remember the flick. So I remember you doing that, saying that for a long time. The one with the family, I think it's Mark Wahlberg. I've never seen the movie, but I've seen a clip on YouTube several times, the same clip. And it's just such a beautiful part where pretty much the older sister is worried about like being given back. It was so beautiful. And it's so funny. I keep seeing the same part, right?
Okay.
And then the last one, Longest Good Night. Funny enough, I remember being very young in Toronto and then getting a flyer to be like a movie extra. Never been a movie extra in my life. Funny enough, it was that movie. That's the one and only time. Like this alley scene, and we were just standing up in the alley. You don't see me nowhere in the movie, but I stood in that alley for hours and I saw Gina Davis and Sam Jackson, and it was just so cool because she's so tall. I didn't know she was so tall. And I'm really tall. So I was just like, oh my gosh. And I was so young. And I just looked up to her and she was just so beautiful to me. So yeah, so that's my little tie into your movie. And it is a really, really great movie.
Great movie.
Love that movie.
Great action movie.
So good.
Keep on it, people. Go watch it.
Thank you. All right. So for me, I think I got caught up in definitely the same kind of vibe as you in terms of the 90s movies. Like the Love Jones, the brothers, like oh, one of my favorite, Have Plenty with Haviland Savage and Lee Plenty.
I love
I
one.
just I
Yeah.
just loved it so much. And I remember looking up a little bit of info about it. And I think the primary actor, the male lead, didn't make it. I don't know why they didn't come at the last minute to do the movie. So then I think it was the writer who actually stepped in and plays the male character, like the lead. And it's just such a beautifully nuanced movie that I watch that quite often too. I love that movie. So definitely one of my favorites. Love and Basketball was there for a while too. Yeah, there's something that I really dig about that. And you know what? I really like old, old, old movies. Like Fred Astaire, Ginger Rogers, like that type of deal too. I love those.
Oh, beautiful.
Yeah. Black and white, dancing. I love that vibe too.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thanks for saying that, because it made me think of one more movie. It's a movie by Barbara Streisand. I don't remember the gentleman's name, the actor in it, but it's called The Mirror Has Two Faces.
Yeah. Yeah.
That movie
Mhm.
taught me so much about authentic love.
Yeah.
It is such a warm movie, but
Hmm.
it's also a movie about celebrating your identity and knowing yourself.
Yeah.
Barbara Walters reached to a place.
Barbara Streisand, isn't it?
Barbara Walters, pardon,
Yeah.
Barbara Streisand. Rose, her name was Rose in the film, Barbara Streisand. And she's an Erasmus alum like me.
I
So,
was thinking that too, but I was just waiting for you to pause. Yeehaw. Thank y'all.
yes, Erasmus Hall, Church Avenue, Flatbush. Yes, Barbara Streisand played Rose, and it was a beautiful love story about her and how
Mhm.
started to fall in love with herself. And because she fell in love with herself, that man could not get enough of her.
Mm-hmm.
So that taught me something, right? Like, it's not about waiting around for them to love you. You have
Right.
to love yourself. You have to fall in love with yourself, which means you got to know yourself.
Mm-hmm.
You got to know yourself. Know what makes you angry. Know what makes you happy. Know what makes you sad. Know what annoys the bejesus out of you,
Mm-hmm.
right? Know the books you like. Know your hobbies.
Mm-hmm.
Know the kind of what is it, like the people you want to be around and the people you don't.
Right.
Know yourself, because
Mm-hmm.
almost can guarantee that if the more you know yourself, you're going to know what kind of love you want into your life.
That's a really good point. Yeah. And I think there's a piece too for me where when you get to know yourself more, you realize the journey not necessarily was worth it, because there's going to be some really painful points that you might not think are worth it. But the journey was a part of getting to know yourself better.
The Alchemist, The
The
Journey.
Alchemist, Giant's House, End of the Alphabet, the books that you're reading, they're all pretty much the
Journey.
journey is a part of getting to your full self.
Abso. I want to say freaking. Awesome. So that's what we have for you today. That's our part 2. You want to ready to tap out, Tam?
Yep, I'm ready to tap. Let's do it.
All right. So this is Therapist Talk. I'm Kim.
I'm Tamiko.
And we will see you next week. Your
Bye.
glows, your grows, and your wins. Bye.
Bye, y'all.